Hi there, everyone. If you have two eyes, or AI in your head, you're going to see that the lighting in the video is crap. My apologies. Apparently a squirrel decided it would be a good idea to make a snack out of the electrical wiring in my house. So that squirrel got the old electric chair, you know what I mean. Yeah, so I'm down to like 2 outlets, and I'm doing the best I can because I wanted to record video. So that's why the lighting in this video just completely washes me out. I'm sorry. I know I'm beautiful. Deal with it from now. Anyways, on to the intended video. Before I jump into this story, anybody who knows me outside of the realm of YouTube is going to tell you that I've got some less than moderate beliefs when it comes to government, and even more extremist views when it comes to police. I've had my fair share of dealing with them, and more often than not, it's left a bad taste in my mouth. Now, don't go on the record and quote me as saying there's no such thing as a good cop, because I'm sure there are a ton out there, and yes, I've had my ass saved by the cops before, so there are good and there are bad. It's just seeming that there's more bad than good. Now, the story I came across was about Looney Tinsley, a native of El Reno, Oklahoma, contacted emergency services when his 86-year-old bedridden grandmother was unable to take her medication. Now, instead of a medical technician arriving, at least 12 armed police officers showed up on the scene. Now, at this point, the 86-year-old grandmother became a little bit irritated at the police presence. And let's be honest, if you're 86, bedridden, and just forgot to take your medicine, who wouldn't become irate at 12 armed police officers? Upon this woman becoming irritated, one of the police officers gave the order to tase her because of aggressive behavior. And in his grandmother's defense, Looney decided to cry out, "Don't tase my granny." Apparently, defending your 86-year-old grandmother who can't get out of bed but has been labeled aggressive is obstructive behavior, and the police officers threatened to tase him. After Looney became submissive, police officers removed him from the room, assaulted him, threw him to the floor, handcuffed, and detained in a police car. Now it was his grandmother's turn. Apparently it's possible to take an aggressive posture while being bedridden. How? I don't fucking know. But keep in mind this woman is bedridden and 86-year-old. Apparently to ensure officer safety, they figured it'd be a good idea to stand on the oxygen hose that was keeping this woman alive. So much so, she began to suffer from oxygen deprivation. After cutting off her oxygen supply, one officer figured it would be a good idea to shoot her with a taser. Luckily, it didn't connect properly, so another officer also tasered her at high voltage. Guess what? This one connected. They tasered her to the point of unconsciousness and received massive burning on her chest. Now, just as you thought this story was over, apparently there was a need to handcuff an unconscious woman to her bed. Sounds reasonable, I guess. But apparently the handcuffs were applied in such a fashion and with such force the flesh from her arm was torn open and she began to bleed. Her injuries were treated at a hospital and she was put in psychiatric care. Now, my question, was any of this necessary? I don't think so. I think the cops had absolutely no business being there. That's why I believe in a minarchist state. Not anarchy. Anarchy is a bad thing. Or at the very least, some accountability for these cops. And I'd like to say this is a 1 in a million chance, but we've all heard horror stories from the cops. This is just taken to the nth degree. Happy 4th of July, all.